This is no-kill animal shelters. This is Animal Science 67, and we're Group 4. My name is Fabiola Espinosa Cerratos.
My name is McKinley Lingenfelter.
My name is Nathan Esau.
And I'm Naomi Ma.
So, what is a no-kill animal shelter? An animal shelter that does not kill healthy or treatable animals based on limits or capacity. To be considered no-kill shelter or rescue, the shelter has to have a 90% live rate release. Many factors affect animal outcomes and rescue work, including community support, the number and types of animals an organization serves, and whether it's a private or public shelter. The history and background of no-kill shelters is that they go back to when people started rescuing and sheltering homeless animals. People wanted to keep these animals alive and started to spay and neuter these animals to reduce population. The no-kill caregivers decided to form an organization to develop programs for these animals. During this time, no-kill was known, but no one really represented this specific group. In 1995, there was a retreat which helped people network. There was also a conference that was a success with 125 people attending. Around 1995 and 1996, no-kill organizations were formed. The main goal amongst these organizations is to save animals. They promote high-volume adoptions, lifetime care, and feral cat management. These organizations want people to see the alternatives when it comes to killing animals.
This is the data. Shelter Animals Count is an independent national nonprofit database that collects the intake and outcome data of shelter animals. This website was established in 2012 by several animal welfare organizations, such as the ASPCA, the Humane Society, Best Friends, PetSmart Charities, and Maddie's Fund. The database measures the progress in animal welfare to provide up-to-date information about how organizations can help in their own communities. The information is accessible to all, and on their website, you can filter the results based on species, state, and county data. In Fresno County, there are currently 7 organizations that contribute to the database. This graph shows the gross outcome details for shelter cats and dogs in Fresno County. The orange and yellow portions are the live outcomes, meaning that these animals left the shelter either due to adoption, being returned to their owner, outgoing transfers to other shelters, being returned to the field, or other live outcomes. The gray portions of the graph represent the non-live outcomes for animals who died in care, were lost in care, or were euthanized. So far in Fresno County, about 3,800 of the 18,000 cats and dogs that were taken into shelters were euthanized. That's 20%. And it is estimated that in California, 100,000 cats and dogs are put down annually.
So, for the ethical aspects, animals at no-kill shelters who are seen as not adoptable are in the warehouse for years. And the repercussions of this is that it may cause animals to be withdrawn or depressed. It has a lot of side effects on the animals. It's not just something with them being in cages. There are also cageless facilities, but this can cause fighting amongst animals, as we know it can for any type of animal. And many no-kill shelters are filled to the capacity. This causes them to turn away animals. There is simply not enough room for the animals that are there. And there is a quote, "Open admission shelters are committed to keeping animals safe and off the streets and do not have the option of turning their backs on the victims of the overpopulation crisis as no-kill shelters do." For cultural and sociological importance, positivity and social. Animals accept people with respect and understanding, learn about the community to incorporate into their organization. People connecting with shelters. People often feel like trusting organizations if they see themselves reflected in an organization. It is also important to consider this when it comes to policy. Sociological importance. Having pets can boost your mood. They can also help reduce stress and have been proven to have many benefits. Animals provide support and comfort. They have also helped many people in hospital settings.
So this is the current events. So, Animal Society has pushed California towards no-kill shelters. The dog intake rate has gone up 10%, and adoptions have increased by 5%. These shelters need people to help with these animals. Some way to help are walking the dogs, cleaning their areas, and even marketing. California has advanced significantly towards achieving this objective, rising to a saving rate of over 82% in order to encourage people to adopt animals. The shelter has a welcoming appearance and atmosphere. Individuals who are unable to adopt can still continue in other ways, for example, fostering.
Points that are for no-kill shelters. Animal surrenders are never an easy thing to do. Knowing that your animal could be killed even if they are healthy makes the decision even more agonizing. No-kill shelters can help, as these shelters build trust in people who need to surrender their animals. This makes people happier and helps with their grief, knowing that their animal will be safe with someone else. This makes the surrendering process far easier for people who need to give up their beloved pets. It also makes it better for those turning in strays, knowing the animal that they found will be safe and adopted. These shelters offer adoption guarantees for all pets that are surrendered to them. This gives every animal inside the shelter a chance to be adopted and makes them more likely to find a home. When turning strays in or surrendering an animal, this makes the shelters far more appealing. Many families are looking to adopt, and keeping healthy animals alive prevents those animals from missing out on a new life. These shelters save millions of healthy and treatable animals from being killed. This reserves only the old and dying animals to be peacefully killed, giving young and healthy animals chances at another life with a new family. This reduces the amount of animals killed, saving millions. According to the organization No Kill Advocacy, there are roughly 1 million dogs and cats killed in the U.S. shelters annually, and 30 million Americans add a new animal to their households every year. Millions of people live in communities that are saving between 90% to 99% of dogs and cats in shelters. If we can keep animals alive long enough, find homes that they can be saved rather than killed. No-kill shelters offer a place for animals that are in need of homes. Saving animal lives is a definite necessity as healthy animals can find new homes instead of dying. These animals can then be adopted and live to their fullest in a new and loving home.
So this is our informed opinion. Animals have been entering shelters for over 100 years, and the solution has been to adopt a few and kill the rest. The no-kill movement aims to end the killing of all animals that are not incurable. The truth is, we do not have an overpopulation problem, but a market share challenge. Americans spend $100 billion on their pets each year, and 30 million acquire a new pet annually. So we should have enough homes for shelter animals to be adopted. Advocates for no-kill shelters believe that we can adopt our way out of the overpopulation problem. The solution would be to increase adoption rates by increasing adoption advertising as well as spay and neuter programs and decreasing the barriers to adoption. The barriers to adoption include high adoption fees, multiple visits to the shelter before adopting, long adoption processes and applications, age restrictions, which are sometimes 21 or 25 years old, and home inspections. These barriers exist and they turn away people who want to welcome a shelter pet into their home. If we can streamline this process, then maybe we can encourage more people to adopt. In addition to the spay and neuter programs to control overpopulation, we also need to address the indiscriminate backyard breeding, which is contributing to the pet overpopulation. This amateur form of breeding occurs at home and without regard to the animal's welfare. It is all for profit. With the overpopulation crisis and 100,000 cats and dogs being euthanized in California annually, there should be regulations against backyard breeding. All breeders should be licensed so that there is accountability for the health and welfare of the animals that are brought into this world. Ideally, if we can control the overpopulation of animals, all shelters will become no-kill, and they will indeed be a respite on the way to a forever home.